Oh no, we're starting! Who the fuck readied up? I don't even know who's on pole. It's Jack Harrington who leads us. What the fuck? Who the fuck started? Right, okay, we're into the first corner. Jack Harrington continues to lead ahead of Jab, ahead of Goggy Games? What the hell is Goggy Games doing in P2? Thrasher is out of the session. And that could be an early safety car. It is an early some sort. It is a full safety car. Here's me trying to work out who started where, but the top 9 miraculously are unchanged. Blue Goggy started 13th. I thought there was meant to be 16 people here, so, you know, 3 people have kindly fucked off minutes before the race started, but that's okay! That's okay! You do that. Well, okay, at the end of lap 1, okay, Jab is into the pit lane. He started on the hard tyres. Our championship leader, by 3 points, is rolling the dice here. It looks like he's only going to go as far down as P7. Oh, but there's a front wing change for the championship leader, something I completely missed. Because, well, you know, people didn't obey the very explicitly outlined ruling, Majiggy. He rejoins the race, in fact, in P10. So again now, advantage goes the way of Pluto in this race for the championship. 3 to go. $78 points on offer. Down the order he goes, and the leader in this race, Jack Harrington, of course, has now taken qualifying more to his natural pace and ability, unlike last week where he cut through the field on a set of medium tyres. Anyway, I hope everybody's well. Hope you're all right. I'm very sorry for being late. You know, I provided instruction and, once again, wasn't listened to. Lap 2 of 25, we'll have another lap under the full safety car conditions. It's usually one of the shortest on the calendar because it's distance compared to lap time. Of course, Formula 1 race lengths, the number of laps are determined by distance. Of course, this is a notoriously long circuit. I think the 2nd or 3rd longest on the calendar. It has one of the shortest lap counts at 50 in a full-length Grand Prix. So just 25 this evening. And 3 already ticked by now. 3rd lap under the safety car conditions. Atlantis J20 and GSR Thrasher, the victims of a lap 1 accident, which admittedly I didn't see because I was still setting up the bastard stream. But it is what it is, you know. Somebody readied it up early. Had to be the one to ruin it. 11 remain in the race, and we'll be getting back underway in just a couple of moments' time. I look forward to filtering through what's actually happened there. As Jack Harrington starts to back up the field, and it's always unsighted here in Saudi Arabia. Ross Greenhorn getting a 5-second time penalty for a collision with Goggy Games. That be served in the pit stop. It can be removed if there is no other safety car in this Grand Prix. But for the meantime, into the 27th and final corner. No DRS available for 3 more laps in this race. 3 DRS zones available to the drivers. But for the time being, it's all about pure overtaking. The safety car has peeled into the pit lane. Jack Harrington's foot to the floor nice and early. And we are racing again in Saudi Arabia. No overtaking until the start-finish line. Pluto is going to have to time this one perfectly as he tucks back into the slipstream of the full-time Haas driver and lunges down the inside into the first corner, giving Ross Greenhorn a little bit of a squeeze. He comes back onto the circuit, still wheel-to-wheel with the AlphaTauri. Oh, bit of a slide there from the Scotsman with Pluto still down the inside at turn number 3, and that is a very nice battle indeed. They kept it clean for that one, and up into the podium positions goes Pluto. Jab is up 1 position on the race restart. He's up 2 positions on the race restart as CJ, who, to be honest, I had no idea he even signed up nor who was going to race tonight. Such is the things that happen when you're a bit late. Blue Goggy, though, down the inside of Will Cromack, who does like this circuit a lot, and I quote, it's because he likes aiming for the walls. Thrasher with the 200 bits because he's got far too much money and time on his hands, but still a battle here as Ross Greenhorn has made a mistake coming out of the left-hander, which feeds you on, then he will lose time all the way down now into gaining on Will Cromack, who backed up a little early to avoid the rear of the Alpine. He's had a slide as well. That's turn 21, I do believe, where Mick Schumacher had a nasty accident causing a controversial red flag in the 2021 race. Again, checking up a little early as Will Cromack. Ross Greenhorn, not too many places where he could have gone. And our championship leader picks off another car, and he's up into 7th place. We're on lap 5 of 25, and this is proving very exciting already. Even with an 11-car field down the inside, that could be 2 into 1 for Ross Greenhorn. Will Cromack has been dispatched in the background, but Jab holds on for the time being. Now up into P6, 3 positions behind his championship rival, looking to mitigate some of the damage tonight. He's already made a pit stop. Now, of course, the question will be, does he have another set of medium tyres that he can pit onto, or will he have to go back onto the hards that started him this Grand Prix? 3-second time penalty for Goggy Games as Jack Harrington extends his advantage at the front of the field. On board with Beatnik 714, another podium finish last time out in Abu Dhabi. He'll be aiming for another tonight. It's his 3rd podium finish of the season, rounds 1 and 2. He's going for the 100% record in the Middle East, and he's dispatched Blue Goggy for the time being, who had nothing to offer coming into the final corner. Now as Jack Harrington crosses the line, the DRS will be enabled for the next DRS zone. Goggy Games on the medium tyre is absolutely flying at the moment, so much so he's pulled away from Pluto by 2.3 seconds. Blue Goggy has a look into the first corner. He's got Jab on his tail. I promise you there's no relationship between Blue Goggy and Goggy Games. I believe the latter is American. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that is just a complete name coincidence. Tremeden, as he continues his foray back into league racing. 3-second time penalties dropping off rapidly from the back of the pack. a retirement though, and he'd be in a points-paying position, so not all hope is lost so far. Pluto now starting to chip away at the gap in front to Goggy Games. 1.7 seconds is now the gap, but still we've got a 3-car fight for P4, trailed at the moment by our championship leader, Jab. The full extent of the championship, it's Jab who leads on 81, Pluto and P2 on 78, and then Chungus Goat, who is not here tonight, sits on 59 points, beating it with 3 points because of countback, can take P3 off the brick tonight, and through goes Jab, by the way, and while that's all happening, before turn 27, he gets P5, and Rundle down the inside at the final corner as well. And Will Chromack now down, of course, into P9, and here comes Jab for P4 in this race. His progress has not been halted. There's a lap advantage on Pluto as well, but having not been here for qualifying, I'm not quite sure about the tyre situation of the drivers. Here's Ross Greenhorn and LSJ Rundle side by side. The Hasses have developed a reputation so far this season, but Ross Greenhorn fights with absolute perfection once again. No wrongdoings in that one as he keeps it clean. First on Pluto earlier on in this race, and now for the second time with LSJ Rundle. Will Chromack gaining. This was a DRS zone on the F1 2021 game, now no longer to mirror real life as I get really close up into the wall. Nice helicopter shots of the Jeddah Corniche. Expect, of course, for us to head to Qiddiya in the future. A new huge sports complex being built over there as Saudi Arabia continues its, well, I'll just label it as sporting ambition. I'll not go any further with that one. A really early pit stop for Jack Harrington. That's a crash. The Haas has lost it. Coming out of the final corner. A whole load of debris on the circuit. It's a full safety car. It's a full course safety car. Jack Harrington is changing his front wing. And the debris on the circuit has triggered the virtual burnt Mylander. And here we go again, with everybody neutralised. Is this going to benefit Jack Harrington, or will it set him back from the race lead? It was a long pit stop because he hit the wall, it seems. Didn't quite catch it, or he was carrying some damage from earlier. Well, well, well. What do we make of this then, ladies and gentlemen? Again, I reiterate my thanks to Thrasher, who is single-handedly funding my my entire bank account at the moment. And into the pits comes Goggy Games. Into the pits comes Pluto. This is prime pit window for those going onto the hard tyres. And of course, Jab will be able to go onto the tyres that started him this Grand Prix. As you can see there, one lap to its name. No problem, though, considering the fact it was under a safety car lap. There'll be hardly any difference there in degradation. Jack Harrington is up into P4. He's racing Pluto on the pit exit. Contact under the safety car. Goodness me. You could understand the urge to race to the pit exit line. Pluto gets it done crucially, putting a car in between him and his championship rival Jab. But Beatnik continues to lead the race here, maybe banking on a third safety car in this Grand Prix. He'd pit at the end of lap 1 for a set of hard tyres, so cannot go on to another, so has to trust in his current strategy. Oops, apologies. Well then, just getting the latest of the updates in for this one. But as you can see, the order relatively unchanged. And Jack Harrington has pit again here. Oh god, I've made a spelling error. We'll ignore that. We should be in at the end of this lap, providing CJ and our Greenhorn catch up, but I'm seeing... Right, still waiting on the Haas. It looks like we'll be still out here for another lap as our Greenhorn yet to catch up to the back of the pack. The Virtual Bird Mylander in no hurry to return to the pit lane. We're on lap 11 of 25, and I tell you what, those on the medium tyres, Will Cromack has gone in again, maybe some further contact under the safety car conditions. Our Greenhorn likewise pitting as well. No front wing change, just a fresh set of mediums because Will Cromack has absolutely nothing to lose. Right then. Surely this time. Yes, we are going back racing at the end of this lap. Little bit of a delay following the Sector 2 split. But we'll have 14 laps to go as we cross the line. It's all on Beatnik here to produce the safety car restart. Pluto and Jab, a strong possibility of side-by-side action as it stands. There is... Who the fuck are you? Okay. We'll investigate that one. Well, there's a 3-point swing at the moment. Pluto has won 2 races. I'll have to double check. I'm sorry, I'm just completely out of the loop today. But yeah, a 3-point swing would bring it level. Oh, crash! Goggy gave safety car again! Safety car again! What? No, it's green. I thought the safety car had come out again. Oh, my words. I can't believe it. Contact, I think, from behind. It might have been Pluto. I'm not sure. Unless he just lost it all on its own. But he's retired from the session in the pit lane. The man looking to spoil the party here tonight has crashed on the safety car restart, leaving us 10 drivers left in this Grand Prix. It's Beatnik from Pluto from Jab, which will be the championship top 3 in a bit of a jumbled up order as it stands. Here comes Jack Harrington down the inside of Blue Goggy, and he taps and forces Jab. That was very clumsy. Very clumsy indeed. The gap was opening. Maybe with force. But Jack Harrington has spun it around. And now a DNR as well. Here comes LSJ Rundle now having a look as well. Blue Golgi, the car in between Jab, who was sideways following that collision. Now in his hands to try and take P2 here on medium tyres as well. Don't forget, this would be a massive upset if he was to put it on the podium today. Here he comes to the left-hand side at turn 3. Blue Goggy to the inside. There's contact as he tries to stick it where the sun don't shine, to be honest. Not often you can get 2 cars into one there, but he's gone wide. Will Cromack, that is, with a 3-second penalty. Jab looking for the up and under as he weighs up the opportunity here. He'll go around the outside once again. He'll be hoping for no repeat of the contact sustained on the last lap, as our Greenhorn looking the long way around as well on LSJ Rundle. One of the best tracks for racing, no doubt about it, here at the Jeddah Corniche. And when it delivers bloody good. Blue Goggy staying put then behind the AlphaTauri into the left-hander where Pluto's gone wide. Blue Goggy the long way round. What a move that is by the British Maltese driver, but Pluto is trying to fight back, and Jab is coming for 2 cars into one corner as well, including a vital move on his championship rival, the long way round at turn 27. Can you believe it if he pulls this off? Still wheel to wheel on the exit. Now it's Blue Goggy's turn to get the double slipstream effect, if you like, off both of the cars. There's still their wheel to wheel into the first corner. There is Jab still around the outside. There's contact into the first corner. Pluto sideways. This is unbelievable stuff at the moment. I'm very glad I made it home in time for this, but he strengthens his foothold with that overtake on the lead of the championship. CJ on Ross Greenhorn, where is he? He's down the inside. Here's the Scotsman on the man who visited Scotland a week ago. Not that that's relevant. Will Cromack long off the track. LSJ Rundle pouncing on that one. That's Pluto into the wall. Huge moment. 3rd safety car. Oh my word. What are these settings on? I am double checking. Rules and flags, isn't it? It's reduced, and you wouldn't believe it's reduced. Beatnik into the pit lane then. And Jab follows him in. This is Beatnik in the net lead of the race. Blue Goggy perhaps could have stayed out there. CJ opts to. And CJ is the new race leader just like that. However, 8 cars behind him have all come into the pit lane. I'm saving my voice at the moment, but it's single file. It's lovely and single file for the 3rd time in this race. It's CJ in the lead of the race, and countering the laps he's done under the safety car on those medium tyres, it'll be in a very similar state to those behind him. A lot more similar than in usual racing conditions, might I add. Rundle now in 4th. He was, I think, 8th at one point. Blue Goggy, he was challenging Pluto at one point, drops to 6th, still behind the AlphaTauri mind. Right, we should go racing again on the end of this lap. That will leave 9 to go. We are indeed. Here we go then. Our third leader for a third safety car restart. He is about to see many cars on fresh mediums behind him. He's foot to the floor and he goes racing again. Jab. Oh, for fuck's sake. You have to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. This time, no safety car, but Jab has just pulled off an exquisite move on Beatnik. Still a yellow flag out there in the third and final sector. True Eden, who was on for a points finish, has it taken away from him through no fault of his own by the looks of it. Seemed a misjudgment at the final corner between him and Ross Greenhorn. 8 cars from, well, 7 I should say. It looks like Rundle was caught up in it as well as we go back on board with Jab through the left. And on his way, quickly pulling to the inside. He's got to, because if he waits any longer, Beatnik is still in hot pursuit. And here comes Beatnik into the final corner. Long before the final corner, he makes the move, and CJ is still clinging on at the moment to P3. It's the 2 AlphaTauris, the Sheffielders in P4 and P5 at the moment. 1.2 seconds separating the Aston Martin and the AlphaTauri. It's Beatnik versus Jab then for another prospect of an American victory, but for who? Race winners this season: Chungus Goat 1, Pluto, Axe, and of course Jab back in round 1. It'd be a statement victory if he was to get it over the line, the McLaren. Of course, these are the 2 teams as well going for Constructors' Championship glory. McLaren 140 points, Red Bull Racing on 99. Just one of each remain tonight. McLaren will have a really good chance to clinch it going into the penultimate round in 2 weeks' time in China. We thoroughly hope you can join us for that one. LSJ Rundle making a move on the absent Ferrari. Blue Goggy still trailing this train of 3 and soon make it a train of 4, because Pluto is pushing now to start closing up to the back of CJ. Here comes Beatnik. Will he make the move? No DRS still available. He'll be waiting patiently for that opportunity as they round the final corner. 7 laps to go when they cross the line. 7 more trips of this 6.1 kilometre long circuit, and it's the fastest lap for Beatnik. The man in control at the moment, you could argue, as he awaits. I say that, and Rundle in the cleaner air snatches the bonus point away from the Red Bull. The lap times will continue to tumble, especially with DRS providing about half a second in terms of lap time. If I was to throw a figure out there, 3-second time penalty for Blue Goggy. That gives an incentive for LSJ Rundle to get a move on. Still 2 positions on the cards for him. And Pluto has made a move on CJ. Can he confirm it before the corner? Yes, he can. Around the final corner to start lap 20. Is this his time? Beatnik 714 going for his first race victory of the season. But still, he remains behind the McLaren, who does still have more ERS at this point in time. Back comes CJ, and Pluto leaves it late into the first corner to make a lunge. CJ holding the inside line then. I know these two will be communicating, but still, they've communicated a battle very nicely indeed, with Will Cromack next in line to pick off the Aston Martin on 3 lap older medium tyres than Will Cromack, and Blue Goggy as well, also trying to get a piece of the action. What a move if he can pull it off. Oh, what a move indeed. He was forceful, but Will Cromack opened up the door wide, and through goes Blue Goggy on that occasion. That's a move for position, because they've both got 3-second time penalties. Rundle in range of both of them, I think, by now, so that mitigates the P6 he would have lost. Being P7, and that is a huge corner cut. That is a very big corner cut. No penalty and not really any time gained, actually, for Blue Goggy. So he can consider himself fortunate for that one. That the in-game stewards haven't done their thing. And Beatnik looks like he's certain on making this move now. Jab had a poor exit coming out of turns 22 and 23, and now down the inside goes Beatnik at turn 27, and what a move it is to take the lead of the race, but for how much longer, as the DRS detection zone lies halfway around the corner. So Jab has the DRS once again, and there's 2 changes in the lead in a space of about 10 seconds. Welcome to Saudi Arabia, ladies and gentlemen, where it is not over until it's over. CJ on Pluto for the 2nd lap in a row through turns 1 and turns 2. CJ with a little bit of wheel spin in the lower gears. I believe he is a medium traction user, so certainly be helped when using those lower gears for rotation purposes. Almost a nudge from behind from Blue Goggy, who I tell you what, who's put on an absolute show tonight, and it has been clean in most aspects. Playing around with the slipstream, just looks like he might have a little bit more drag on the car as well, and certainly CJ's ERS situation is going to help him cling on to P4 at the moment. Closing in his Beatnik again. It was a move into the final corner on the previous lap. Will it be a move into the final corner on this lap? Just 4 to go when he crosses the line, and LSJ Rundle, the man who was certain to pick up positions due to penalties, has only gone and gotten himself a 3-second penalty as well. Beatnik on the exit of the final corner. ERS engaged. How's the straight line speed looking in compared to Jab? He's using ERS to try and mitigate it, but I tell you what, I think Beatnik is keeping up in the higher speed corners where the downforce is necessary, but he's just losing out on the straights. He's going to have to be really close coming out of a sequence of corners to finally stamp his authority on the lead of the race. It's nice when you can see a real difference excuse me, in the setups of the two cars. Beatnik again in the slipstream. Very unsafe place to make a move. But Jab runs wide, and again Beatnik having the downforce advantage. Already pokes his Red Bull to the inside as they go through the unsighted left-hand corners. Luckily, it's just themselves, and Beatnik into the lead of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. But can he keep it around the outside? Jab holds the inside, but who has the DRS? It looks like it's going to be Jab. Yes, it is, as his rear wing opens up, and again, Beatnik is left for absolute dead. He's not able to time the move. He needs to get the DRS for the start-finish straight. 2.5 laps to go. It's now or never territory for Beatnik. Once again, advantageous through turn 22 and 23. A few more kinks in the road, and again it's Beatnik to the outside, and I'll tell you what, he's timed this one nicely as he's going to have DRS for the start-finish straight, and he's closer than he ever has been before down here. It's in his hands in the slipstream with the DRS. It's not enough. A lot of drag on that Red Bull. We wouldn't usually associate Red Bull with drag as he switches back once, he switches back twice, but the run into turn 3 and 4. I should also correct myself that the corner to our left now, we're turning into his turn 4, not turn 3. I forget about all the kinks in the road around here at Saudi Arabia. And a few more through turn 5, 6. And now into another left-hand, right-hand dash. And now turn 13, 12 degrees of banking. Beatnik has a real opportunity to become our 5th race winner in 6 races, and it's a mistake coming out of 23 for Jab. And again, Beatnik is going to have to hold on tight, stay as close as he possibly can, because he needs this DRS down the start-finish straight. Jab is unwilling to give it up. There's the detection line. Beatnik around the outside once again, and now he's got to go full gas against his American compatriot. Neither of them got DRS! Can you believe it? Neither of them have the extra top speed advantage. I thought for certain that Beatnik was behind there, but the game denies either of them the opportunity. We're going back to the old-fashioned way of doing it, but Beatnik, as we know, certainly has more downforce in this section of track. Through 5, through 6, through 7, 8, 9, and then turn 10, the left-hander to come up now, and Beatnik still, perhaps the dirty air just weighing him down that little bit more, as on the run to turn 13 they go. Beatnik with 40% ERS, level pegged with Jab, identically. Oh, crash! Blue Goggy has thrown away a top 5 finish. He'll still be classified as it stands because he's finished well over 90% of the Grand Prix distance. But the battle for the race lead is continuing to hot up. And there's only 2 more opportunities for Beatnik 714. Gaining, and still. But there's no way through into turn 22. Through 23 they go. And they've navigated it superbly. ERS engaged for Beatnik is going to be the pure DRS and slipstream that's going to catapult him to the outside. This is photo finish territory, ladies and gentlemen. Beatnik the long way round. Oh, Jab slightly wide. Beatnik needs the traction. He's not got the traction. And Jab makes a huge statement in the championship. It's a trademark victory for Jab, who defended with absolute ease, it looked like. But I promised you, that was a lot harder than it looked. It's Jab from Beatnik, from Pluto, the top 3. Beatnik's 4th podium of the season, 100% record then in the Middle East. And I think for the first time all season, these three actually share the podium, and it's the top 3 in the championship. Jab with that race victory, moving on to 106 points. Pluto trails then on 93. I think that's right. Yes, 13-point gap between them. The gap opening up by 10 tonight. Beatnik moves on to, if I can do my maths, 57 add 18 is 75. So he's still in the hunt mathematically. 2 races to go. 52 points on offer. Those out of the championship fight will be well and truly indicated. I think everybody had... Well, not everybody had a mathematical chance going in tonight. If you're on no points, yep, you were game over. But now certainly many candidates have been eliminated. It has been an absolute treat tonight, and I tell you, though improvements are still necessary, I'll just say that much. I hope you all have a very good rest of your evening. I will make a move, do what I need to do. Take care. Bye-bye.